Welcome to the ease era, where ambition isn't fueled by pressure and success isn't built on burnout. Before we talk about productivity, ambition, or making better decisions, I want to say something that might land quietly but deeply. If you've been feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or mentally exhausted, it's not because you're broken, and it's not because you lack discipline, motivation, or drive. Most people don't realize this, but the state of your nervous system quietly determines how you think, decide, and move through your life. And when that system is overloaded, everything starts to feel harder than it needs to be. This video isn't about doing more. It's about understanding what's actually been happening beneath the surface, so you can move forward with less force and more clarity. We live in a culture that rewards urgency, that praises pushing through, that confuses constant activation with ambition. Many women, especially high-functioning ones, are living in a chronic fight-or-flight state and calling it drive. When your nervous system is activated, urgency feels productive, anxiety feels like motivation, exhaustion gets reframed as dedication. But that isn't ambition. That's survival wearing a productive mask. True ambition doesn't come from pressure. It comes from a body that feels safe enough to think clearly, plan long-term, and build sustainably. If you've been feeling like you're constantly on, constantly thinking, constantly pushing, your system may not be ambitious. It may just be overstimulated. When people feel stuck, they're usually told to take action, to push harder, to do something, anything, to break the loop. But here's what most advice gets wrong. When the nervous system is overwhelmed, action doesn't create momentum. It creates friction. That's why action can feel heavy, why starting feels confusing, why progress doesn't stick. You're not stuck because you're lazy. You're stuck because your system is overloaded. Regulation changes that. When the body settles, clarity comes back online. You stop reacting, you stop forcing, and movement begins to happen naturally, without the internal resistance. Calm doesn't slow you down. Calm unlocks movement. Most people believe better decisions come from more thinking, more analyzing, more weighing of options. But when the body is stressed, the brain is just reacting. In an activated state, everything feels urgent, everything feels risky, everything feels unclear. That's why decisions made under pressure often feel wrong later. When the body calms, perspective returns. You can see options again. You can feel what's aligned, not just what's loud. Calm improves decisions because it restores access to discernment. You don't choose better by pushing harder. You choose better when your system feels safe enough to sense. Overthinking isn't a thinking problem. It's a nervous system one. When the body doesn't feel safe, the mind keeps looping, trying to find certainty through analysis. That's why no amount of thinking ever feels like enough. A short reset can interrupt that cycle. 5 minutes, slowing your breath, dropping your shoulders, feeling your feet on the ground. When the body settles, the mind stops chasing certainty. 5 minutes of regulation can save hours of overthinking. This isn't about doing less forever. It's about starting from a state that actually supports forward movement. We've been taught that strength looks like pushing through, that success comes from overriding the body. But the people who build the most sustainable, aligned lives aren't the most activated, they're the most regulated. They know when to pause, they know when to wait, they know when to move, and when not to. Regulation isn't softness, it's intelligence. It's the foundation for clear decisions, meaningful work, and ambition that actually lasts. If nothing else, let this land gently. You don't need to fix yourself. You don't need to push harder. You may just need to give your nervous system permission to settle. Calm isn't the opposite of ambition. It's what allows ambition to move without burning you out. This is the ease era, and it begins in the body.